Right guys, welcome back to Finch Friday, and it is the final Finch Friday of 2016. This year, as for most people, has just absolutely flown by. It's been full of highs, it's been full of lows, and so many questions that you guys sent in were all about looking back at this year, looking forward to next year, and those are the questions that I'm really going to be focused on. What I will do is I will just plough through as many as possible this week rather than just selecting the 5, because I think a lot of them will have similar themes. Question from Charlie Littlewood: who will be on top in 2017? From a playing standpoint, I reckon next year will be the year of Rory, and although I'm not 100% on this, I think Tiger will make a good comeback as well. So question from Jagan03, best moment 2016. 2016 has been, I would say, the best year I've ever had. I think one thing which a lot of people do talk about is the times in their life that they were most happiest, and there are so many people that I speak to say they were the happiest as kids. You know, their school years, their teenage years, those were the best ones. For me, it's the opposite. I'd say this year has probably been the happiest I've been throughout my entire life. I feel that this year I've grown more as a person. I've become a lot more dedicated to my work, and I feel that that's making me happier, not only professionally but also personally. Yeah, I think this year has to go down as the happiest I've been, and I've not only got you guys to thank for that, for watching the videos, for engaging, to making sure that my content and my job basically has a place, but also to my friends, to my family, to Carly. They've all been so amazing this year, and if it all continues on like it is at the moment into 2017, then hopefully I'll be sitting here at the end of the year 2017 and saying that was my best year. What a brilliant goal that is to have, and I think I'm going to write that down. I just want next year to be better than this year. And I didn't actually answer your question. One that jumps to mind straight away is when I came back from being injured, after the disappointment of not being able to try for Open qualifying, came to play back at Hawkstone Park, and so many of you guys turned out to watch, which was amazing, in the Euro Pro Tour, and I didn't totally embarrass myself after a long layoff, which I was slightly worried about. And just the joy of being back out and playing and competing and getting over that particular obstacle in the middle of the year, that's something that really stands out to me. But there are so many from this year. Question from Finn.Harwood, favourite golf course you've played this year? I think it'd be slightly unfair just to pick one, to be honest. Definitely Turnberry was a real highlight. I hadn't played the original Turnberry, so I didn't have anything to compare it to. However, the new layout and the holes, which run from about the 4th hole all the way down through to the 10th, they're just stunning, like visually stunning. I was fortunate enough to play there on an absolutely beautiful day. That was actually just before Hawkstone, and I played terribly. I was absolutely shocking. I was everywhere, and the rough was that thick. I lost so many balls. But it was a beautiful, calm, still day. The ocean was like glass. It was one of those moments on a golf course where I just felt so privileged to be there, and it was such a beautiful day that will last in my memory a long time. So that's got to be one of them. I recently played Formby. Absolutely loved Formby. That was a fantastic course. Stoke Park was really cool. Well, literally it was cool. It was frozen. Question from Vince_Morse. What can we hope to see from the channel in 2017? The same quality content or something a little different? Hashtag Finch Friday. Well, I hope it will continue to be good quality content, and it will continue to get better. I've got more ideas around what I want to do differently, because I think one thing you have to do with YouTube, if you look at the platform itself, it's always changing, it's always evolving, it's always bringing in new ideas. And that's something I also want to do. So I'm obviously going to be based around golf still, but I want to try and get more fitness videos in there. I want to try and get more health videos in there, more practice videos, more coaching videos. I want to get more of everything in, and I want to try and change the style a little bit of what I'm doing. And really try and push the envelope in a few different areas. So yeah, a lot of the ideas that I have, they might not come off because of resources, because of time, whatever it may be, but you'll certainly start to see some different ideas, some different styles of filming as well, and then hopefully I'll continue to upload at least one video a day, possibly more as the subscribers grow if I feel that people want more. Question from Ricardo Critchlow: how long do you feel YouTube will last you? I have absolutely no idea, to be honest with you. I just want to keep working hard, doing as much as I can, working as hard as I can, and just producing new content. I think the one thing about YouTube and the beauty of it is it's only based on your opinion. So everything that I put out on YouTube is because I want to put it out there. You know, I control the creative direction, if you want to look at it like that. Sounds very, very pretentious, that, of where I want my videos to go. So I can be doing that, and I can be controlling my own channel for as long as I want to. And I think that's such a valuable thing to be able to do. And it goes back to the fact that if you can work for yourself, if you have the opportunity to be your own boss, you've got to go for it. Question from Canned Bryant 120. Do you think the majors were a bit of a letdown with the picks of the year, Rory, Jordan and Jason, not really featuring? It's hard to remember that Jordan Spieth did very much feature in the Masters until he had his capitulation. But no, not at all. I mean, I think this year's majors, they've been some of the best that I've ever watched. I mean, if you go in reverse, obviously you've got Jimmy Walker, who I really like as a player and just seems like a really nice guy coming through the USPGA. I mean, Jason Day pushed him all the way in that. And you've got such incredible stories. I mean, DJ winning the US Open with that shocking ruling that he had about having the ball move and really powering through to win that major. Stenson and Mickelson in the last round of the British Open. I mean, that was possibly the best last round played by two contenders for one championship that anyone has ever seen. It was incredible. So I think the majors this year have been some of my favourite ever. And, you know, we had an English winner in Danny Willett, can't miss that. But it really does show that the strength and the depth of golf at this moment in time is really, really good. And if Tiger can stay fit and he can return to anything like what he used to be, then that's going to be another little mixture in this stew. And in this particular area, you know, there's not too many cooks that can spoil the broth. Is that the right saying? So I'll make this last question from Robin197719. Hi Pete, what are you looking forward to most in 2017, both on tour and on a personal level? I think on tour, as already mentioned, can't wait to see Tiger back and really try and recapture any of his previous form. That would be amazing. To see him try and have a go at Jack's record, major record, would be absolutely amazing as well. And it would really reignite a lot of people's interest in golf who watch Tiger, love Tiger from a golfing standpoint, and since he's not been playing and maybe drifted away a little bit from the sport. So it'd be good to get them back, get them re-engaged, and then hopefully this new crop of good young players coming through can raise their games as well. I mean, golf's such a great sport. That sounds so stupid, doesn't it? But it really is a fantastic sport because of all these competitors who are really slugging it out against each other, and I'm really excited 2017. On a personal level, I just want to work harder than I did last year. It's as simple as that. I want to try and put all my heart, all my soul, all my energy into what I do here on YouTube, into my playing, into my practicing, and into my coaching. I just want to smash it from a work point of view. I just want to try as hard as I can to do as much as I can and to enjoy the process along the way, because for me, it's not the same for everyone, but for me, when I worked harder this year, that's when I felt some of the most gratifying experiences, when I saw projects come to fruition, when I saw goals that I wanted to achieve succeeded in. It just made me very, very happy, and I think that's what I want to do more of this year. As well as that, spending more time with family and friends is an absolute must, because they have been so patient with me this year in so many respects, and I owe them so much of the success of this channel, as meagre as it is, to their support. So I want to try and reward them a little bit more. by spending time with them may not be the best way. In hindsight, you know what? I will free them of my company. But some of the best times this year have been when I've spent time with my friends, with my family, who I don't see as often as I would like, but it's one of those sacrifices that has to be made if you really want to put your heart and soul into a project like this, which I'm doing. And they are a very forgiving bunch, which is great. I did get to spend some holiday time with them, and I went back to Latvia this year, which I've not been back in a few years, to scatter my grand's ashes, which was, yes, an emotional experience. And we went to see some historical sites like the KGB and the Czech Museum, which really highlighted why basically that side of my family, my ancestors, left Latvia and just fled over to the UK. And seeing some of the stuff that they went through, it really brought everything back into context. And again, it just made me feel very lucky to be doing what I'm doing, and very lucky to be producing this content and for you guys to be watching it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for engaging in these Finch Friday videos and the Check Tuesday videos as well. These Q&As will be staying quite similar going into next year. There's a few other features that I want to introduce, but they seem to be quite popular. You guys seem to like them, so I don't really want to change too much of a winning formula. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you had a great Christmas. Have a fantastic New Year as well. And I will see you in 2017. Unless you watch the videos over the next few days. And I'll see you a couple more times.